Powering Agriculture was launched in 2012, and it's a partnership between the United States government, the government of Sweden, the government of Germany, as well as our private sector partner, Duke Energy. So you've got both private sector partners here and international donor government partners in place here. And our focus is on trying to help farmers and agribusinesses address access to reliable, clean energy services so we can help support their economic growth and a low carbon economy. Many of you also on this call, in this webinar, may also be other federal agencies or other companies doing grants and management. And I'll say for us at USAID, we face a wide variety of challenges in this space here. One of the very first ones is being able to actually have a partner that actually really is going to take time and listen to our needs and concerns and actually help us create a product that's going to work for us. This is one of the requirements that myself and our team had when we were trying to go out and select a vendor. We wanted a vendor that would take time to understand our needs and not just give us something that's cookie cutter off the shelf, but really customize it to meet our needs as well as follow the industry best practices. Moreover, we wanted to be able to have a system that allows us to do this real-time grants and management so we can see what's going on with the applications that were coming in and also give us insights on our budget process too, so we make sure we're being good stewards of the funding that we have. Moreover, we want to try to streamline this intake process and review process and cut down on the actual number of papers that we have to actually print out and pass around. Also, we want to have a platform that allows us to be able to disperse our funds both efficiently and effectively so we can track where the funds are going to and we know who's been accepting them or not. Moreover, we want to have what I think is one of the most important aspects of this, a cost-effective solution where USAID, when we actually need to access the platform, it's there. There's no sense of us owning and maintaining this entire platform throughout the year when we only need it for a few months too. So this is one of the other features that we like about this platform. We can, for lack of a better word, be able to lease this space here via REI to actually set up this site and actually get the job done. And moreover, it helps us streamline our business process so it's actually straightforward and consistent for what we're doing. So this gives you some idea about what some of the challenges that we've faced here at USAID and our reasons for wanting to actually go out and partner with REI.
REI has been working in Salesforce.com for 10 plus years, and what Salesforce.com is the biggest cloud vendor which provides you, unlike other competitors where they give you piecemeal, disjointed solution, whether it's an infrastructure as a service or software as a service. This is a complete package which allows software integrators like REI Systems to quickly build and deploy solutions such as grants management. So looking at this opportunity, our expertise in grants management, our expertise into Salesforce.com, we decided to marry them together, and the result is GovGrants. What is GovGrants? It's a cloud-based software as a solution, and I would call it an end-to-end enterprise solution that supports grants across the life cycle. What I mean by end-to-end is, if you look at this graphic right here, you see GovGrants and you see grantee, grantor, and recipient. What these are, think of it as a gateway, a portal, or different phases of GovGrants. Depending on who you are, depending on what your role is, you'll utilize one or the other aspect or both of it. Relating this to in context of USAID, USAID is a grantor in this example and is granting money across or funds across the world, and the recipients are the applicants that are applying for these opportunities or the Grant Challenge PAGC. So all the applicants log into the recipient portal, and internal folks log in as, or Ryan would log into the grantor portal of it. Now switch this around and think of it if this was in context of DC government. Now DC gets lots of funds from the federal government. They have to apply for those opportunities. They have to manage those federal awards and report on those federal awards. So in that context, if this was done for a DC, DC would be a grantee, and then DC would simply, by toggling a button, become a grantor and take that money and now start distributing it to their community or their constituents, which are called sub-awards. And again, recipients are the folks that are applying for these grants.
We'll first start off with, I'm an applicant, Joe, going in to actually start registering with the system here. So in this case here, let's say I'm applicant John and I want to apply to this current funding window. I select it, then I click next. And for us, there's some basic general information that all the applicants, when they're applying to us, they have to actually input here. As a quick overview here, this information relates to the type of project, the energy solution that they're implementing, as well as the project leads. And the other tab here shows where they would actually have to input their responses to the evaluation questions that they have, that we've created for them. I've got the screen here where I can quickly see, the title of it. Has it been approved just yet? Have we let the applicant notify that they've been approved? And moreover, I can see the scores right now that people have already started entering in for this one particular concept note. And for me, this is useful for me because I can quickly see what people have scored on here. I can see if we're converging on a score or if we're diverging from a score. Reports on this system here too to see what's going on within these systems here. So if I want to eventually export everything out into Excel, I'm able to do that here. I can do some creation of some graphics here so I can get an overview of the applicants that have come in by these different funding windows here. I can have this displayed here, as well as if I needed to export this as an Excel, I've got that option built in here too, where I can add in my different report names. I can customize these names to how I need it to and actually export this out to me in an Excel-based format here. So we assessed, I believe, about 12 other potential vendors to actually help us create this, create this additional grants intake and management platform. I'd say the key thing what separated REI and GovGrants above the rest was the ability to actually customize the system to meet our needs. I mean, in the previous version for Powering Act where we used another vendor, we just found it difficult for the vendor to be able to work with, actually create a grants intake and management platform specified to our needs, as well as to make the changes that we needed on this. So to be honest, we were looking for an actual partner that was willing to work with us to create what we needed and not based off of some cookie cutter thing that they've done with other people before. I think that was a big driving force behind this. As well as, they're cost effective too, the price was right also on this too, so it was under budget, and we realized that we could get the product that we were looking for in the time needed. And again, I can't iterate enough of being able to work with a partner with REI to actually design a platform that's not cookie cutter, that's a platform designed to meet our specifications and our needs for this. So I want to thank Raul and his rest of his team here at REI for working with us to utilize their GovGrants platform to create this system.